link-up scenes which were shot in the city. The house is used today as an exhibition centre. From locals who were using it to make perfume. The Irish monks put this process to a much better use and began making a drink, which became known as Ishkabak. Whiskey is no longer distilled in Dublin, but the visitor centre has a museum area, guided tours and tastings of Irish whiskey. St. Michan's Church dates back to 1095 and its vaults contain mummified corpses.
Really?
This stop is for the old Jameson Whiskey Distillery and St. Michan's Church. The last distillery tour is at 5:30. St. Michan's Church is located on the left along Church Street. Please remember to take your headphones and personal belongings with you. And the merry love to fiddle and the merry love to dance. So says William Butler Yeats in his poem, The Fiddler of Dublin. And it is true that Dubliners love to fiddle and dance, but they also love to talk. In Ulysses, Leopold Bloom muses that it would be a puzzle to try to cross Dublin without passing a pub. There are over 1,000 pubs in Dublin, many of them with live Irish music, or even Irish sex acts. Patrick Kavanagh, Brendan Behan, and Brian O'Nolan, aka Flann O'Brien, aka Miles Nagopoli. And across the street in Brussels, a favourite haunt of the late Philip Lynch, the frontman of Thin Lizzy. There is a bronze statue of Phil on the street outside Brussels pub, which has become a focus of pilgrimage for Lizzy fans from all over the world. If you leave Trinity College and head westwards along James Street, a pavement mosaic near the intersection with Georgia Street points the way to the Stag's Head. Renowned for its lunchtime food and lively atmosphere, it has a long mahogany bar capped with Connemara marble, with partitions which divide it into stalls. Inside the city, in Prospect Square, Glasnevin is Cabinet, known locally as the Grave Diggers, which opened in 1833, just 1 year after Glasnevin Cemetery opened. This completely unspoiled pub was probably the first of the mourners' pubs in the area, and is featured in films such as The Woman Who Married Clark Gable. In 1922, when anti-treaty forces, those who opposed the partition of Ireland, occupied the building, were destroyed, including parish records and records from the old Irish Parliament. By 1932, the building was functional again, but the interior was substantially altered. Buildings on the right are civic offices belonging to Dublin City Council. They stand on a site called Wood Quay, after the wooden fence which the Vikings built along the river. This was part of the ancient Viking town, and archaeologists working here in the 1970s discovered what was the largest Viking site outside Scandinavia right here in Dublin. Thousands of artefacts were excavated from the site, and despite protests, the area was built over. Most of the artefacts discovered here are displayed in the National Museum on Kildare Street. Of Lever Brothers. soap manufacturers. Their trade name was Sunlight Soap. The friezes over the first and second floors illustrate the story of soap, from the extraction of raw materials to its everyday uses. The building across the river to the right, with a small green dome, is the Clarence Hotel, purchased and refurbished by U2, the famous Irish rock band. U2 once performed live from the roof of the hotel. The Octagon Bar in the hotel is frequented by the rich and famous. Just ahead is the distinctive Halfpenny Bridge, which was built in 1816 as the Wellington Bridge. It replaced the ferry crossing, and pedestrians had to pay a toll of 1 halfpenny to cross the river until 1916. The bridge was restored in 2001 and painted off-white, which was the original colour. On the opposite side of the bridge, Merchants Arch takes you into the heart of Temple Bar, with its restaurants and pubs, some of which have live music in the afternoons. This stop is for the Halfpenny Bridge, O'Connell Bridge and Temple Bar. Please remember to take your headphones and personal belongings with you.
The main street in our capital. I am going to bring you back to stop number 1. I'm going to transfer you to the bus that will be in front. And he's leaving at 11:30. Our buses leave every 15 minutes from stop number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and we do a full tour, continuously going around the city. And the way this works is, if you want to get off the bus, get yourself a mug of coffee, cup of tea because you're in Ireland, or if you want to get yourself a pint of Guinness, or if you want to go in and visit one of our many museums, our gallery, cathedrals, or the Guinness Book. Wherever you want to do, wherever you want to go, ladies and gentlemen, the idea of this bus, use it to your advantage. You get on and off as many times as you wish. You hop on and you hop off like a little bunny rabbit. Now this is, or else the stiletto in the ghetto. My favourite would be the plain old pole in the hole. The pole in the hole. Now, so this is O'Connell Street. Does everybody understand what they're going to do next? They're going to get off my bus. They're going to walk straight ahead. You're going to see another big green bus like this, and you're going to hop on that bus like a... Really scary.
Twice the number of people that went to the hospital come back in Gallery and the Dublin Writers Museum. And the gallery located in the magnificent Georgia mansion here on our left hand side. Unfortunately folks, the gallery is closed on Mondays. 3 doors up on the left hand side, next to the church, is the Dublin Writers Museum. Here you'll find early editions, manuscripts and memorabilia belonging to many famous Dublin writers of the past. Later on in 1966, on the 50th anniversary of the Easter Rising, commemorating all those who died fighting for Irish freedom. If you look down to the back of the garden, you'll see a beautiful sculpture, The Children of Weird by Oisin Kelly, characters from Irish folklore. According to legend, King Lear's children were changed into swans by their evil sorcerer's stepmother, banished to the lakes of Ireland for the night. Going back down on O'Connell Street, the main street here. Our next stop is stop number 3. And it's for the General Post Office and O'Connell Street. O'Connell Street is named after Daniel O'Connell. After he was used with Daniel O'Donnell, the Lake Street, the sing songs. This is Daniel O'Connell. The monument stands at the end of the street. The seagull is set. With the very dignified stop number 3. And it is open as a Championship Museum, open for guided tours. And the next tour of the Judy Johnson will be at 1 o'clock, 10 minutes. Takes about 45 minutes or so for a guided tour of the Judy Johnson coming up on our right hand side. So this stop now is for the Papa Memorial Statues and Judy Johnson. Now our next stop coming up is stop number 6. Stop number 6 will be Spencer Hotel. We're going to be leaving the history of Crown behind us across over the Samuel Beckett Bridge coming up on our right hand side. One of the newer bridges over the river. This is stop number 6.
Looks like Boston.
Samuel Beckett Bridge, named after the Dublin writer Samuel Beckett, born in 1904 on the south side of the city. In 1969, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature, one of 3 Dublin writers with this prestigious award: William Butler Yeats, Samuel Beckett, and George Bernard Shaw. The bridge itself is built in the shape of an Irish harp. The harp is Ireland's national emblem. Ireland is the only country in the world to have a musical instrument as its national emblem. If you would like to see the oldest harp in Ireland, drop into the library in Trinity College.
There's no need to hurry, there's no need to worry. The king and the lady is a queen. Lost his tennis ball.
sunny summer morning. If you did enjoy this show, my name is David. If you didn't, it wasn't. This is something to pretend. This is behind the Raiders, folks. There's a lovely statue of Dr. Oscar Wilde. Well, worth the trip to go in and have a look and read some of the witty one-liners and descriptions that Oscar is famous for. Oscar Wilde section inside the Raiders here. Where do you go? Look for a left-hand side here, Marion Square itself. It's a good place to begin. Beautiful doors, doors on the way of Marion Square. And on our right-hand side, the smaller building now is the Natural History Museum, often referred to as the Dead Zoo, a big favourite with the young and the young at heart. Open tomorrow from 10 a.m. with free admission. So if you did want to run down the tour, the museum full of dead stuff, consistent and great stuff. Shop number 11, the Natural History Museum. And speaking of dead stuffed animals, the next time going into our right-hand side is government buildings. Not quite dead, but definitely some. The self-contained apartment and tea shop and various other government departments. The tea shop is a Gaelic word meaning chief or leader. The first for Prime Minister or tea shop inside the overland car. Our next stop is will be stop number 12 for St. Stephen's Green. The St. Green Shopping Centre and the Little Museum of Dublin. The lady is sweet, wrapped in sweet of wonderland with magic in the air. With diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. If you don't believe me, come and meet me there. In Dublin on a sunny summer morning, or out and about on an open top of the moon. The little museum was over here to our right-hand side at the stop. There we go, yeah, it's not the first one. on the first floor commemorates the two brothers Patrick and William Pierce. And it says stop number 15, and it's from Pierce Street. The dolly with the trolley, but the trolley with the skull. She is the most photographed lady in Dublin City, so don't be shy. God knows she will. And Molly's a Gael in an old Dublin song as well. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly alone. As she wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, bright cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Bright cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And that's just the first verse. If you'd like to hear more, it's track number 3 in my double album. My worst now, available at the end of the first album. A customer paid me a compliment last week. She said to me, I've yet to meet a married man who didn't think he could sing. And I said, you won't. So our next up coming up is up 16. Catholic, most cathedrals are Protestant cathedrals, as for almost 800 years.